I do for you? It's a bit late to be calling, isn't it?
Detective Sergeant Slater.
Detective? Are you a policeman?
Putney CID.
Putney?
Yes, madam.
Not Fulham?
No, I think you'd better sit down, Mrs. Perkins.
No, I think I'd rather stand. Is it to do with Mr. Perkins?
Yes, it is. I think perhaps you'd better sit down.
What exactly do you want to see my husband about?
It's you I've called to see, Mrs. Perkins.
Me?
Yes, I'm afraid I have some disturbing news for you.
Have you?
You're probably wondering why your husband isn't home.
Well, I was at first, yes.
We have reason to believe that Mr. Perkins is dead.
Mr. Perkins is dead?
That's why I'm here. You'll be required to give a formal identification of the body.
No, listen, Mr. Perkins, my husband, I think there's been a mistake.
Would you like me to make you a cup of tea, Mrs. Perkins?
Tea?
Where's the kitchen?
No! No, I'd like you to, what makes you think Henry's dead?
2 bullet holes in the back of the head. And his body had been thrown into the river at Putney Bridge. Also, his legs were tied together.
His legs?
And his arms.
His arms?
And he had weights attached to his ankles.
So it wasn't an accident then?
No. I'm so very sorry, Mrs. Perkins. I'll make you that cup of tea.
No! No, thank you.
Or something stronger, perhaps, under the circumstances. Do you drink?
Yes, very heavily. Brandy. Help yourself.
I'm on duty, Mrs. Perkins.
What precisely makes you think the body is my Henry?
Well, although he had no formal identification about his person, he was still clutching his briefcase.
His briefcase?
Is this your husband's briefcase, Mrs. Perkins?
Well, it looks like it. Oh, it's wet.
It's been in the river. Are these Mr. Perkins' effects?
They would appear to be, yes.
Your husband worked as an accountant in the firm of Bodley and Crouch, is that so?
Yes, in the city.
64 Fenchurch Street. There are various papers, office memos, that kind of thing with your husband's name on. Mr. Henry A. Perkins. Is that your husband's full name?
Yes. Henry A. Perkins, Henry Alfred.
And there was his personal telephone book.
Yes, that's Henry's.
And half a sandwich.
Sandwich?
Cheese and chutney, I think.
Oh, yes, he sometimes left that one.
So a formal identification is required.
Oh, no, that's definitely cheese and chutney.
Of the body.
Oh.
Although there's not much doubt that it is Mr. Perkins.
No.
We'll go in my car, only take 10 minutes. Putney Hospital.
Putney Hospital?
He's in the mortuary there. Shall I wait here while you get your handbag?
No, I think I'd rather you waited in your car for a second.
Will you be all right? You look a bit groggy.
Yes, well, when your husband's been trussed and waited.
Of course. Is there anyone else in the house?
What?
To look after you?
Well, yes. I've got my sister staying.
Sister, that's good.
Yes, Adelaide. They're upstairs, she and her husband. Adelaide and Percy.
They'll be able to keep an eye on you then.
Yes.
Well, I'll wait in the car while you tell your sister the sad news about your husband.
Would you believe it? 150 short. Oh.
Oh, yes. Good Lord. This lady is a policewoman.
Policewoman? Oh, from Fulham?
Putney, actually.
Putney?
Detective Sergeant Slater.
She's brought some very disturbing news, and I don't think I know how to handle it.
Well, you just sit down, Jean.
No, I'm better standing. I can get to the drinks more easily.
Well, what seems to be the trouble, Sergeant? I'm Mr. Perkins.
Mr. Perkins?
Correct.
Your relative, are you, sir?
Relative of who?
Of Mr. Henry Alfred Perkins?
Well, I am.
Yes, he is. He's a relative. He's Henry's brother.
Henry's brother?
Yes, this is my poor Henry's brother.
Oh, well, I'm afraid I have a shock for you, Mr. Perkins.
Yeah, I was beginning to think you might have.
Shall I tell him, or will you?
I think it's going to be a shock, whoever tells him.
We have every reason to believe that Mr. Henry Perkins is dead.
Oh, yeah, that is a shock, all right.
He's been murdered.
Has he?
That would appear to fit the facts of the case, sir.
Foul play.
We took his body out of the Thames, 2 bullet holes in the back of his head.
That has been trussed up and weighted down.
Well, yeah, that's foul play, all right. How exactly? Why exactly?
All he had with him was his briefcase.
Is
This is your brother's briefcase, Mr. Perkins?
Yes, well, that certainly looks like my dear brother Henry's briefcase.
It's all wet.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
And as Mrs. Perkins is the next of kin, we need her to make a positive identification of the body.
The body that was found in the Thames.
Yes.
Yes, that would be Mr. Nasty. Nasty's very, very nasty.
Henry!
You can't call Henry back, Jean. If Henry's gone to heaven, he's gone to heaven. You'll have to rely on me now. His little brother, Freddie. You'll have to excuse my wife. Yeah, you'll have to excuse my wife. I don't know where she's got to. I know she would have liked to have been here to comfort Jean, but Genevieve, that's my wife. She's Genevieve must be lying down, resting before she and I depart for Sydney.
Sydney, eh? You're a long way from home.
Yeah, the wife and I, that's Genevieve, we're over here on holiday. It makes a change from the old farm back home. Not so many sheep in Fulham. Well, poor old Henry. This is going to be a hell of a shock for Genevieve.
Yes, we've got to tell Adelaide and Percy as well, Freddie.
Yeah, them too. Well, this is going to put the family arrangements right at the spout, won't it? Look, I'll tell you what. I think we all need a quick cup of tea. You wait in the no. You wait in the dining room, will you?
Cup of tea certainly won't do Mrs. Perkins any harm.
I'd prefer a whiskey.
One bright spot, Mrs. Perkins, is that so many of your family were here at this time.
That is a comfort, yes.
I'm waiting. 150.
Well, that's my brother. My
Other brother?
That's Archie. Archie's waiting for me to go back and finish playing darts. 150. Oh, Archie's good. It's no good calling him. No, I'm Freddie. She just can't accept that he's gone. It's me, Freddie, Henry's brother, Freddie Perkins. Poor old Henry's dead, but Freddie and Genevieve will look after you. We're going to pray. That's what we're going to do. Pray very, very hard for Henry. Look, you wait in there while Mrs. Perkins and I are making the tea. We'll tell Archie the sad news about Henry.